Jurassic World Rebirth had a fantastic start at the box office, and yet, folks, something that the legacy media will never tell you is that the dinosaurs may actually be a flop. They might actually lose money in theaters. So what's going on? How can that be? Get ready. We'll talk about it, explain it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, damas y caballeros, welcome back to the channel that lets you know what's going on in entertainment a day before the headlines of our story appear all over the Access Drive-By media. A PhD level of understanding in movies, that's what we're bringing to you. Folks, click the like button and we'll get moving on. All right, out of the wrap, we've got Scarlett Johansson becomes Hollywood's highest grossing lead actor with Jurassic World Rebirth. Her lead project career gross of $14.8 billion now passes the totals of fellow Marvel alums Robert Downey Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson by Jeremy Fuster. I only bring this up because everything is HOT when it comes to ScarJo and Jurassic World dinos. As opposed to how they're handling Superman, they want you to know that Jurassic World Rebirth is a big success. I'll let you guess as to why they're doing that. So is it truly going to be a big success? Well, let's talk about it. Jurassic World Rebirth currently has a worldwide box office of $322 million. We'll round it up to 323. And this film has a budget that means it needs to make some more. So let's talk about how much more Jurassic World Rebirth needs to make. And here's what we see. Jurassic World Rebirth out of the Guardian smashes predictions at the box office. Buried in this is the budget. Jurassic World Rebirth has outperformed expectations at the box office in its opening week, with the latest installment of the dinosaur franchise recording over $318 million in revenue worldwide following its first weekend. The film opened over the 4th of July holiday weekend in North America, releasing into U.S. cinemas on Wednesday, the 2nd of July, a standard tactic to help boost opening weekend figures. The film grossed more than $147 across North America and $171 in the rest of the world. The results are significantly better than what had been predicted. Studio Universal had estimated it would score around 100 to 120 million in North America and just over twice that overseas. Here is what it needs, though. The film's chances of profitability are also helped by the relatively restricted production budget reported at 180 compared to 845 spent on its two predecessors, Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. We have to assume that 845 is a combined total for those two films. Now, at 180, let's say that that's the production cost. They say it's the budget. Maybe it's also the cost. These things tend to go over, but maybe it's 180. If it's 180, and then we know that the average spend on a movie like this is at least 100, and we'll go with 100 to be as genuinely generous as we can be, that would put this at $280 million total cost. I don't think that's what it actually is. I think it's actually significantly more. Let's round it up for the ease of making the math work, and we'll say that it is... it's right at 300 million. Okay? I think that's fair. Right at 300 million. And if that's the case, this movie needs to make 600 million to reach break even, not to make a profit, 600 million to break even. It's about to go up against Superman and Fantastic Four. Those are going to take the IMAXs. Those are going to take the premium screens. The rest of July, for right or wrong, are going to belong to superheroes with capes, not to the dinos. And the question is this a major screw up in scheduling? Because if Jurassic World is front loaded because of the superhero flicks, I don't know that it hits 600 easily. Now, it might. Amanda, what do you think? Does Jurassic World, does it hang on? Does it do well against Superman? Or is this a really big timing issue for the dinosaur flick?
I think so. I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to. Eventually I'll see it. But from what I've heard, it's not going over very well. So that's also not great for it. But I think the scheduling is awful. You don't want to put it up next to the two biggest summer blockbusters. That's what people want to see. Like, it's a superhero summer. We've got Superman and Fantastic Four, and that's what everyone wants to go see. So I think that it was awful. They should have done a spring release or maybe a fall release for Jurassic World to give it a chance. 600, that seems, I don't know. I don't think they're going to hit it.
So they got to hit 600 without IMAX or premiums. That's what's going to be hard about this. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. There could be a ton of people who still go see the dinosaur movie, who can say, you know what, I'm just not into Superman. Maybe, who knows, maybe Variety has done enough damage to James Gunn that there'll be a lot of conservatives who say, no, I heard what he said. I'm not going to go see it. We're going to go watch that Jurassic World instead. And so go see ScarJo, which is not achieving the goal that they would want. But anyway, even if that happens, even if there's a surge of people who go to see Jurassic World, without the IMAX and without the premium screens, the ticket prices drop precipitously. And that means it's ever more difficult to hit the 600 that this thing needs to break even. Jonas, get in here with us for a minute and just talk about, this is not the first time we've seen a terrible scheduling issue. We also saw this with Mission Impossible. What's going on with Hollywood where they can't find a 2-week window to release their blockbusters without stumbling over one another?
You know, this is very funny because this is a great opening weekend for most movies. That is a $300 million worldwide opening at the box office. That is great. The other issues, of course, is the cost of the film. Looking at this, they should have been able to predict that Superman's coming, and maybe they were betting that Superman would be as divisive as the last Superman, because Superman films have not done that well at the box office recently. Batman v Superman was kind of ridiculously expensive, and it apparently the take from that film was enough for Warner Brothers to be scared enough to pull Zack Snyder off of the next movie, despite having his name attached to it. Next movie being Justice League. Switching franchise to franchise here. I think that no one knows what's actually going to hit anymore. Jurassic World Rebirth, all of us on our side heard the reviews were terrible. Scarlett Johansson saying, I'm not here to look pretty. That's not a direct quote. You have a gay male lead. There's so many little signs here that this movie was not going to do that well. The only thing going for it is Mahershala Ali, or however you pronounce his name, and the fact that it's dinosaurs. I don't know that anyone can accurately predict what's going to hit or miss. So the only solution is to find a slot that is far away from everything else. I also don't think anybody predicted that Elio was going to be just a poof in the wind.
Yeah. So all we are is poofs in the wind. Okay, so here's another thing to think about. Does it even matter? And this is what I'm driving towards with the Jurassic World Rebirth. Does it even matter? I'm not sure that it does, because unlike with Disney, where their movies go to Disney Plus and that's it, no more money made, that's it. These movies go to streaming services where they can make some money off of them. And what is Jurassic World Rebirth really for? Folks, go to Target, go to Walmart, go to the toy aisle. You're going to see what this movie really is. It is akin to a Transformers movie. Its mission, although it wants to get that break-even point, its real mission is to push dinosaur toys from now until December. And in that regard, I think it is mission accomplished, even if it's a terrible timing in terms of going up against Superman real soon. Marvin, your thoughts on it?
No, I agree. It used to be pretty much a given with any television show that you enjoyed from your youth. It was essentially a toy commercial first and a TV show second. That's why, shows like the Turtles and Transformers and G.I. Joe, none of these were really given a lot of thought, from a story perspective. That's why there's so many plot holes and whatnot. They were mostly made to drive toy sales. And what is the one thing that pretty much every male on the planet has in common is that at some point during your childhood, you had a dinosaur phase where you had dinosaur toys and you learned everything there was to learn about dinosaurs. We all had it. If you're saying you didn't have it, guys, you're lying. Dinosaurs are just a universal thing that boys find cool. And so no matter how bad these Jurassic movies get, they're always going to be a merchandising powerhouse, because that's the dinosaur toys that exist out there today. I mean, when I was a kid, everyone had the exact same dinosaur toys. It was before Jurassic Park came out. But then once the Jurassic Park stuff came out, that was where you got your dinosaur toys. It was all Jurassic Park stuff. And there will always be a market for that as long as people, as long as boys think dinosaurs are cool, which will be till the end of time.
And yet, Ron, as I look at the numbers for Jurassic World Rebirth, I don't know. This thing may be so front-loaded because it was fireworks, boom, boom day. Let's go see the dinosaurs too. Who cares about the reviews? And then after that first weekend, the reviews aren't good. The cinema score is bad. And that may point to a significant drop-off What do you think, Ron? What happens when Superman collides with T-Rex?
Well, the funny thing is that this particular Superman movie, too, is about very, very clearly the marketing is about driving toy sales, because I have never seen so many toys advertisements, at least to me. There's the spinning, the drone dog crypto thing. I'm getting that one. I'm getting Superman play sets. I'm getting all kinds of the kaiju. By the way, there's a reveal. I don't know what happens in the movie. I don't know if this is a spoiler, but there's a kaiju toy that has slime coming out of it from Superman. Yeah. So it's about toy sales, which could mean that both Universal and Warner Brothers are really more concerned with driving the toy sales. If Jurassic World, if that's the case, and this movie hits its break-even point, it hits 550, 600, 650, they'll be fine with it. It doesn't have to be a tremendous, money maker as far as the movie is concerned, because if it's break-even, but it drives sales of dino toys and drives people to the theme parks, because Velocicoaster and everything else that they have in the Jurassic World ride in Hollywood and Jurassic Park in here in Orlando, it's an excellent thing for Comcast, for Universal, as long as those sales are driven. And other than that, I don't know if I'll go see this in a movie theater. It does look like the kind of movie you want to see on a premium screen, because just like with Avatar, like I could care less about the Avatar story, but boy, do I want to see the Avatar CGI stuff. When I watched that movie, it was more like going on a ride than it was watching a movie. And I have a feeling that people are going to Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Rebirth for the same reason. They more want the feeling of going on a ride with dinosaurs or seeing big giant dinos on the big screen than they care about story. So
yeah, I think the timing here is important, because we're not going up against Superman and then Fantastic Four with no runway. The movie has no runway. It has it has nothing to give it, some momentum, vertical, horizontal, anything. I think it would be up there with these other Jurassic World and Jurassic Park movies. Now, we've got a chart up showing you how those other movies have performed. It's not adjusted for inflation, so I hate when that doesn't happen, because the Jurassic Park movies deserve to be judged with inflation. If you take a look at Jurassic Park, the original, the worldwide box office is over $1 billion. You adjust that for inflation, you got a big movie. Also, if we go to Jurassic World, $1.6 billion worldwide. So that's huge. So if we look at Rebirth, and Rebirth lands at 600 to 800, which I think is fair, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment compared to where those movies have been. But again, maybe they don't care. Maybe it's all about the toys. Amanda, do you think that Jurassic Park, Jurassic World is losing its relevancy in the world today? Or do you think this is just as strong and maybe it's just a bad window?
I would say it's probably just a bad window, because, I totally agree with little boys love, dinosaurs. So these movies are always going to be relevant. I remember taking my nephew to see the first, like Jurassic World, the first one with Chris Pratt, and he's older now, but he was really young then, and he was freaking out. Like the fight at the end, he wouldn't stop talking about the T-Rex fight at the end, like for weeks. My sister texted me like, he's still talking about this. Like it was, they just think it's cool. So I don't think it's losing relevancy. I just think that it is a really bad window. I mean, it's not as good as the originals, right? Like the CGI was even better back in the 90s. So the quality has gone down in the movies, but I think people will always go see Jurassic Park movies. Yeah,
there you go.
It's just a fun, like, action, you know what I mean? And it's like for the whole family too. Like it's a horror movie that everyone can go see, kind of, you know what I mean? So it's always going to be interesting to kids, at least little boys, I think.
Needs more Newman. Of course,
all right, that'll always need more.
Put this baby to bed. This video is over. Turn off the lights, but not quite yet, folks, because we do ask one final thing before we say goodbye, and that is, would you consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, click it and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. Also greatly appreciated, anytime you would like to share this out on your favorite social media platforms, well, we would love that. And we'd also love to hear your thoughts. Folks, drop a comment down below and use that beautiful mind of yours. If you would not mind, we'd love to know what you're thinking. Also, if you would like to become a member of the channel, it's as simple as clicking the join button. It is the price of a soda per month, and you'll gain access to all kinds of new, cool, exclusive information. Folks, until the next time, we have the honor of spending time with you. Keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Jump into the water!
Why listen to music made by people and companies who really don't like you? Check out Vacation Radio today and prepare for all new content made by the people behind the WDW Pro Channel. It's the place you need for all the music. That should be fun.
Want it all, so I give them cannonball. Yeah!
Hundreds of songs, every genre you can imagine. Listen live on YouTube and enjoy a set list that's always sunny. It's Vacation Radio.
Arizona, Arizona.
Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian ice freeze, yeah. Can't wait to be up. 3 days of you and me.
What are you waiting for? Every WDW Pro video has a link to Vacation Radio in the video description. Try it out and subscribe today.